Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. We're done making videos around the legendary creatures from Tarkir Dragonstorm, but its effects are far-reaching. With so many dragons and dragon-related cards being printed, I wanted to take a look at a couple of my favorite dragon commanders and update them with some new cards. So, leading today's deck is my second favorite Izzet dragon, Firkraag Cunning Instigator. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Firkraag Cunning Instigator is a 5-mana 3/3 legendary dragon with flying and haste. Additionally, whenever one or more dragons we control attack an opponent, we goad target creature that player controls. Finally, and this is the key that makes Firkraag fun, whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of our opponents, if that creature had to attack this combat, we put a +1/+1 counter on Firkraag and draw a card. Let's take a look at how that sentence is worded. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of our opponents. Not a creature our opponents control, any creature. So long as it was forced to attack, we draw a card. Oh look, there are cards like Avatar of Slaughter and Warmonger Hellkite, which forces us to attack with all of our creatures. Man, oh man, what are we going to do with all this card draw? Now, I wanted this deck to be a 3. I wasn't worried about budget too much, as this deck will eventually become one I own in paper. I just love the idea of attacking every turn and drawing a ton of cards. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. The Return to Earth Boulder series is unique in that they are made almost entirely of renewable resources, rather than plastic. And lately, Ultimate Guard's been printing these not just in solid colors, but with artist print, like the new Squaros series. As part of a set, you can call upon all of the Justice League to protect your commander decks, like this one featuring the Flash. Pick yours up today at your local game store or order it on Amazon. Link down below. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming with my son over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon, Scalding Tarn, Flooded Strand, Wooded Foothills, Polluted Delta, Bloodstained Mire, Steam Vents, Training Center, Stormcarved Coast, Sulphur Falls, Thundering Falls, Volatile Fjord, Molten Tributary, River Pyre Verge, Ferris Lake, Cascade Bluffs, Shivan Reef, Riverglide Pathway, Frostboil Snarl, Izzet Boilerworks, Scavenger Grounds, 7 Islands, and 7 Mountains. Not budget, I know, but that's okay. It's nice to have some non-budget lists every once in a while. For mana ramp, we've got Shiny Impetus, Solemn Simulacrum, Ganex Astral Hunter, Goldspan Dragon, Ancient Copper Dragon, Goldlust Triad, Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Creativity, Izzet Signet, Mox Jasper, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Chromatic Lantern, Dragon's Horde, and Sarkhan Fireblood. Lots of thematic ramp and a good selection of mana rocks. Our card advantage package consists of Thundermane Dragon, Rhystic Study, Curse of Verbosity, Jeska's Will, Windfall, Niv Mizzet Parun, Sarkhan's Triumph, Big Score, Draconic Lore, Compulsive Research, Bident of Thassa, and Kindred Discovery. Lots of ways to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Parapet Thrasher, Chaos Warp, Abrade, Negate, Counterspell, Dracuseth Maw of Flames, Kega the Tidestar, Lozen Dragon's Legacy, Hammerhead Tyrant, and Invert Polarity. Some spot removal, some counter magic, but mostly some thematic removal, as is right and proper. For board wipes, we've got Blasphemous Act, Cyclonic Rift, Ryusei the Falling Star, Earthquake, and Magma Quake. Lots of ways to keep our opponents in line. The core of our deck consists of Deceptive Frostkite, Vengeful Ancestor, Chaos Dragon, Territorial Hellkite, Warmonger Hellkite, Lathless Dragon Queen, Wrathful Red Dragon, Utvara Hellkite, Twin Flame Tyrant, Scourge of the Throne, Scourge of Valkus, Terror of the Peaks, and Sarkhan Dragon Soul. Supporting our plan, we've also got Frostcliff Siege, Disrupt Decorum, Spectacular Showdown, Propaganda, Avatar of Slaughter, and Rite of Replication. Gotta love synergy. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 53 mana sources split between 37 lands and 16 pieces of ramp. A little heavy, but dragons are expensive, so it's fine. 13 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 10 pieces of interaction. 5 board wipes. 1 piece of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds. 1 Sudden I Win card in Rite of Replication. For those new to the channel, this is one of my favorite ways to win. We cast Rite of Replication kicked, targeting Terror of the Peaks. For those who don't understand this interaction, allow me to explain. Terror of the Peaks deals damage whenever another creature enters the battlefield under our control. The damage dealt is equal to the creature who entered power. So if a creature with 5 power enters, Terror of the Peaks would deal 5 damage. Only we're putting 5 copies of Terror of the Peaks onto the battlefield at the same time. So the original would deal a total of 25 damage, 5 power times 5. Each of the copies see each other entering because they all enter at the same time. So each of them would have 4 triggers totaling 20 damage each. So all told, we would deal 125 damage. Assuming that no one's been gaining a ton of life throughout the match, that should be enough to end the game. But that's just the backup combo. What we really want to do is goad everyone. We want to force people to attack, thus removing any blockers. The more everyone is forced to attack, the more cards we draw and the bigger our commander gets. Before you know it, we'll be crushing everyone with an army of dragons. Are you building a Firkraag deck? What theme did you build it around? What's your meanest combo? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgi, Naswin, Conga, Chris, Robert, William Pye, Kazaris, Booksuit, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Sint, Boomy, Jackie, Finn, Zen, Osara, Justin, Christian, and Golden Walker. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.